Good evening, everybody. We are back. It is Division D East tonight. And let's see what the teams bring to the table tonight. On the one side, we have Platonic Sausages, Frank's Furters. On the other side, we have a catastrophic Noodle Fiasco. So, it waters my mouth already. I'm interested to see kind of dish these two teams are gonna cook up tonight and whether it is served cold. So we have these two teams, Frank's Furters, Noodle Fiasco. They had a little bit of a different start into the season. Frank's Furters, if I am informed correctly, currently with a 2-1 victory in the bank. Yeah, that's true. Frank's Furters with a 2-1 victory, and Noodle Fiasco, they received a 2-0 loss. They are currently tied for second place with Probus. Frank's Furters sitting on the fourth place, but this is only the second week, so a lot of stuff is still very tight here, and we haven't really seen much of the teams yet. So, I have both teams sitting here, and let me read the chat, which is very active to figure out if they are actually ready. And now somebody is telling me that he wants to be captain. Like, as if I couldn't have done that like the 10 minutes we sat here in the lobby before. Anyways. So let's have a short look at the map selection here. It just needed a little bit of extra motivation here on the side of Noodle Fiasko. Here we go. Where we are. This is hot. Alright. All good. All good. So, Inferno Shrines. Of course, the battle over the objective is important here. As on pretty much every map, but on Inferno Shrines you have like this zone control and you want a little bit of shrine clear too, to make sure that you can actually get the objective while you are zoning out the opponents. These fights can be over pretty quick or they can last a little bit longer. So you probably see a lot of mages being banned out here. The first one to fall actually Asmodan, which is pretty popular on the ban list, I would say. At least in Division D. The runners ban now on the side of ranks Furters. That's interesting to me. Maybe they spotted something on the side of Noodle Fiasko, which I didn't like. The roundabout is coming out and Pikelfa's response here. So, two of the mages being gone, I wouldn't be surprised to see Jaina and Porphia making her appearances here. Garrosh is now the first pick on the side of Noodle Fiasko, that's interesting. We're gonna see some rows here. Let's see how that turns out for Noodle Fiasko. They can spell doom on their opponents at front line. Vayner is there for the knockback and the hacker. Alright. I think I can get behind that. I'm not 100% sold on the hacker. Here comes a big shrine control, Alexstrasza with the Dragon Queen of course. And Jaina for the AoE damage on the shrine. Noodle Fiasko running it. Pretty standard I would say so far. We are moving into the second banning phase here. And Diablo's gone, that's weird. I mean, how many tanks is Furters imagining Noodle Fiasko to play? I mean, maybe they know them better than I do, but I would not expect a second tank here. I might be wrong, maybe this is exactly what they wanted. But here we go, we'll lose your ban now. Continuing down the route of the healer bans on the side of Noodle Fiasko. And here comes ETC and Orpheer. So, as announced, the two mages. After Kalphas being banned out. Not a big surprise here. This Magic Master on the Orpheer. What better name could you have as a mage player? Here comes Hanzo together with Imperius. Alright. I think I like that. I'm still like on the fence about Imperius. I mean sometimes he's really great, often he's not. At least in the games I play. And Rhaegar is coming out as the healer. A little bit of making a reappearance after his recent changes where he can put the ancestral healing on himself. I'm actually not sure if that really justifies him, because kind of if you have to cast ancestral healing on yourself, then I think you did something wrong beforehand. But anyways, people love Rhaegar suddenly, and he's coming up more and more. I guess just because he appeared on the audio is off on that. How did that even happen? I will look into that later. Look into it now. Oh, Mike should be here. Alright, alright. Here we go. Now it's on. I have no idea why that was muted. Alright, we are in the game. And in the blue, it is Dallying Pig on ETC, Box on Rainer, Cruncher 77 on Dehaka, Magic Master on Orphea, and Indecisive on that Rhaegar. On the other side, in the red, it is Noodle, Fiasko, Gen Confusion on Garrosh, Supreme Meep on Alexstrasza, Fractal on Jaina, Green Sheep on Hanzo, and Lord Zool on Imperius. And Imperius immediately goes into the top lane here. There comes the first throw. Quite an aggressive play actually on the side of Noodle Fiasko, given that they are facing 5 here in the middle. Basically one man down. Garrosh doesn't care. He wants to throw people around. That's his thing. He goes for another attempt. But the knockback is there by ETC. Rainer made his way into the bot lane, a little bit of XP lost here on the side of Noodle Fiasko. They are now moving in, trying to get that gank here actually. Green Sheep going forward, dishing out the damage. Garrosh anchoring. Rhaegar goes for a bite. And it looks like thanks Furters playing it a little bit more static. Not interested in doing a big 4-man rotation here, and it looks like Noodle Fiasko now have also abandoned that plan a little bit. Noodle Fiasko now here going for their camp. Thanks Furters on the other side, not starting that one yet. ETC is checking out that. Garrosh is now going here for the anchor. Finds himself a cow, throws him out of the danger zone where he could get a delay on the channel on that camp. Well played here by the Garrosh. It looked at first like maybe they could try to kill that ETC. But he was kind of a bait actually. All of Frankfurters were coming in just a second afterwards, so it might have turned out pretty bad actually. So Garrosh with the right play, throwing him out of a camp circle instead of into his team. And on the top lane we have nothing really important happening. Noodle Fiasko going straight for the next camp here in the bottom lane. They also have half level lead in experience. How did that actually come into fruition? Oh, Brock's now in trouble, being thrown in here by the Garrosh. But can make his way out. And here comes the camp clear on the side of Furters, so Noodle Fiasko, they take it. And Furters, they take it away. When it comes to XP, the most contribution actually from minions and mercenaries. This is why we see a slight lead here by 1000 XP on the side of Noodle Fiasko. And they might reach level 7 a little bit faster because of that. The ETC is now going for a stun on the Garrosh, who drops the Indomitable. A must-pick talent here. Imperius goes in. It's a lot of damage. And here comes the Dragon Queen. Maybe a little bit early. We will see. Throw in on ETC actually very low. Has to fall back here. And everybody on the side of Frankfurt is getting completely melted by that Dragon Queen and the damage coming out here. Jaina and Lord Zool, Imperius, are actually quite low on mana. And Jaina also on hit points now, and it is Frankfurters who are turning this around. Even though they are on low hit points, they still go and want to find themselves a kill, but it is Dehaka who falls here first. And everybody on the side of Noodle Fiasko is going for the tap. And Furters, they take that opportunity to take out 22 of the skeleton defenders. Orphea didn't get the notice, however, sticking around for a little bit too long. Magic Master now in big trouble, is going to fall here. And that's the second kill. Noodle Fiasko can confirm. Now, can they confirm the objective too? The hacker goes for a tongue, misses, however. And now it's a big race here for that objective. 32 to 24, the skeleton defenders, and this is a 5v4. The hacker needs to be careful. ETC goes for a slide in here, trying to disrupt the enemy formation. 37, 38 now on the side of Furters, who are going to steal away this objectives. Oh, whoa, they have received 2 deaths on their side. They still get the objective. Everybody on the side of Noodle Fiasko has like 0 mana, except for Garrosh, who doesn't really need that much mana. And the objective, not baited over the wall, it is punching now onto the towers, which means it's gonna be cleared a little bit later. And Noodle Fiasko, they are actually in a little bit of trouble here. Garrosh in particular, falling here. First kill on the side of Furters. We're now taking actually a lot of value from this objective. Getting a drag on Imperius too, that's another kill here. The Punisher finds himself another new target. Makes a big leap, but it's not gonna lead to more. And this is actually a very good outcome for Furters on that first objective. Also closing in on level 8 here. Dropped a complete forward with Fountain in the mid lane. And Box and Cruncher, they are now down here during another objective. So now it's camp time on the side of Furters. And they are catching up in experience pretty heavily pretty soon here. It's actually Rhaegar now sitting in the top lane, which is a little bit odd. The Haka should probably go up there. Is on his way right now. I mean, Rhaegar can do that for a while, but in the end you want him to heal up his teammates in the lanes. The Haka now relieving Rhaegar in the top lane. What was that? Okay, here we go. Orphea and DTC find himself Jaina a little bit too far forward here in that mid lane, which was completely opened up by Furters, and they find themselves a kill just because of that. And moving closer into level 10, and also moving closer here on that Imperius, the solo laner. Here comes the slow by Rhaegar, and this is goodbye Imperius. This is another kill here, level 10 now, locked in on the side of Furters. Ancestral healing, Mosh Pit actually, isolation, crushing jaws. And it is the Hyperion on that Rainer. We're having some fun here with the Hanzo in the bot lane. Actually winning that trade pretty heavily here. Also keep in mind that Rainer has some self heal. Not sure Hanzo even has something like that. How should I know? I'm not the expert. So both teams are chilling out a little bit right now. We see level 10s coming in on the side of Noodle Fiasko. Decimate actually on Garrosh. No taunt here. Ring of Frost, Dragon's Arrow, Glancing Flame, and Angelic Armaments. Is that a fun one? Yeah, that's a fun one. No, it's not a fun one. They're both fun, but that one is a little bit less fun. It's not the wrestling move. And here we go, I get a new beer, and the second objective is coming online here. Ring of Frost is coming out immediately. It hits 2, indecisive, very low, a lot of trouble here, but gets the ancestral healing on himself. And Cleansing Flame is in play too. Gen Confusion, however, pretty far forward, is gonna be melted. And even the Cleansing Flame cannot keep him alive here. And now with no frontline available, it will be pretty rough for Noodle Fiasko. to contest that objective. So this is gonna be channeled again on the side of Franks, Furters, and Noodle Fiasko. They are in a little bit of trouble here. They're gonna answer with some camps. I like that. Some map pressure here, so that at least Franks, Furters cannot push this with a 5-man group. They have to respond to something. Garrosh is now back up. Here comes the drag, the stun, the CC chain, perfect on the side of Franks, Furters, combined with the Punisher. Hands off the keyboard for Garrosh. That was a solid 2, if not 3 seconds where he could do absolutely nothing. And Imperius and Garrosh are dead. That means no frontline at all. And this Punisher actually is looking for the next jump here. Green Sheep now in trouble. Eats a lot of damage. And Hans is like one of the most squishiest heroes in the game. So this Punisher falls in the end, but also do 2 of the towers here and another forward. Franks, Furters, they get a lot of value from these Punishers here. 2 kills right now. Of course, they found themselves another 2 kills with that Punisher. And that escalated pretty heavily the amount of value they got from it. Box again on the camp, Franks, Furters. After the objective, they take out all these impalers here. That's the one which Noodle Fiasko grabbed in front of the objective. That is a cute little sound the Rhaegar robot wolf made. Transformer Rhaegar. Trans Rhaegar. Garrosh helping out a little bit here, like throwing minions into the little bit short placed ring, blizzard of Jaina. And yeah, it's cleanup time on the side of Noodle Fiasko. They are locking in level 13, but in the meantime, Franks, Furters, they are looking towards level 16 already now with level 15 in hands. And it looks like they're gonna have an advantage on the next objective here, a talent advantage. And might snowball this game a little bit further. Noodle Fiasko, I'm not sure they're gonna be able to soak up for 16 here. For the next objective. Here's the Haka, still doing the solo lane tango. And Franks, Furters, they're locking in level 16 with that wave here in the middle. And actually Rainer stepping out a little bit too far forward. Here comes the throw, the stun, and actually, wow, that's Ring of Force being used here. And I'm not sure about that one. Well, we actually saw that the kill was there without the Ring of Force because it actually missed. So that was a little bit overmotivated here by the Jaina player maybe. 60 seconds cooldown on that thing from here on. The Wildlife Fighter Alex takes a bit of time to heal Garrosh. Exactly. I'm a big fan of Lifebinder these days. Especially if you have like a frontline like Garrosh. Who actually takes a lot of time until he is being killed when he runs slow. So in any case, Noodle Fiasko, they got a good head start here on that objective. Reina, he had to go, he was dead. So Franks, Noodle Fiasko, they're getting the most out of that kill. And here comes the mosh pit, but it only hits one. And the stun arrow by a Green Sheep, beautifully played here. Dallying Pig gets the ancestral healing, but still does not. Here you go, he does fall in the end. Imperius, however, on the counter kill, and a lot of damage coming out from the Hyperion. Gen Confusion now in a little bit of a trouble here. The Decimate not helping out here, and that means 2 kills on the side of Frank's Furters, who are stealing this objective yet again. Look at that. 33 to 32 kills here. Rainer actually zoning out, but making sure that there's no cheesy steal here on the side of Noodle. Fiasko. Frankfurters coming back in with that Rainer, and it looked bad, like this mosh pit not getting a lot of value and ETC actually falling, but it took a little bit too much of the resources on the side of Noodle Fiasko, so Frankfurters were able to turn it around yet again, and now with 9 to 4 kills, they are looking for their first keep in this game here. Can they actually get it? Here comes another CC chain. Ring of Frost hits big on 3 members. Takes out all fear. Here comes the stun by Garage. They find themselves a rigger. And this Dehaka might die too here. Green Sheep is getting thrown in here into the flame. But he is so squishy. He actually needs to watch out that he doesn't die here now. Garage threw in the Hanzo. He is just ammunition. And he is gonna fall. But Dehaka is the kill they wanted here. Garrosh now very deep with his body and Pyrrhus here. ETC slides in and Bog stealing the damage. This is so much damage on that Rainer. And he, of course, did go for the percentage damage. Of course he does that against Garrosh. And here we go. It is completely equal now in teams, in kills in this fight. 3 for 3. In the meantime, Jaina and Alexstrana clean up the Punisher. So they only lose the tower here in the bottom lane. A little bit of a messy fight, but 3 for 3 kills in the end is a net win for Noodle Fiasko, because longer respawn times on the enemy side and also a little bit more of XP here for themselves. And they didn't lose a keep, so they are very much still in this game. Closing in now on level 18. They have a little bit of work to do here to close the gap in experience. Maybe with a fight over this camp? Unlikely so. It would be a 3 versus 3. And the reinforcements on the side of Frankfurters would have been there with the Hakaboro, of course. So Frankfurters, they push out these camps yet again, and they even go for an aggressive invade here into the top lane. So let's keep an eye on that. I think they should get this pretty easily actually. So Frankfurters pushing out all these camps, getting themselves a lot of experience because of that. And are almost at level 20 already. They have some solid wave clear on the side of Noodle Fiasko, and look at Frankfurters. They know they have the 20, they want to be aggressive here, they go for Hanzo. Green Sheep. Can he actually get out of that one? Does he have another jump available? It's unlikely so, but he makes it all the way behind the towers. And also Alexstrasza was there for the save, so Hanzo, Green Sheep, almost caught out here, but aware of his opponents. Gets out last second here, makes the escape. Still, level 20 right now available on the side of Frankfurters. Let's see what they do with it. They have a lot of time actually on their hands with this advantage. Let's see what they can make out of it. They're grouping up in the mid lane. Posturing here. Maybe provoke a team fight over this keep if the minions come in. But for now they are falling back. And that gives Noodle Fiasko a little bit more time to get that experience in, to get level 20s, which we're gonna need for this objective. We don't have much time for this. Hanzo is going to the bot lane. He has the insta-mount ability to come up back into the mid lane a little bit faster. So they clean up bottom, they clean up mid, and this is almost it. So now they have to wait for the trickle XP, maybe poke in a little bit with the Hanzo. Here comes the vision. Hanzo starts his poking. Dragon Queen is being used. They need to fight right now, right here. At least that's what they think they have to do. And Ring of Frost is coming out. It hits too, but Gen Confusion already too low to survive here. And Box just goes after that big dragon. with his rifle. He tries to slay the dragon, and it is Furters who are getting yet another objective, pushing in now with level 20s, and now finally level 20s arrive. But Jaina is being caught out by ETC, the pushback, the drag by the Haka, and that is very painful on the side of Noodle Fiasko now. Without the big damage from Jaina, it will be much harder to clear out this objective. Hans was actually eating the Punisher here. Dodges, however, the slide from ETC. Cleansing Flame being used one more time here. And there comes the drag on Lord Zul, on Imperius. He is gonna fall here too. Tehaka with some big plays in this game overall. And the core is gonna fall here. Furters take it home the first game 1-0 against Noodle Fiasko. So, Furters with a comfortable lead here, 1-0 over their opponents. They need one more map to close it out and move up in ranks in their division, of course. Noodle Fiasko is still looking for that first map win here. Maybe by taking the map choice now, they could make that. Let's see what they're gonna do. The hot dogs so far, pretty hot stuff here. And yeah, Box is carrying. Gen Confusion tells me they're gonna go with the first pick. So he throws the ball back right into the courtyard of Furters. And they are giving up the map choice. I must say I'm not too happy about that. On this, like, I would like to see Noodle Fiasko go on the map of their choice here, get on a comfortable map, and try it from there. Map choice, in my opinion, always the thing you should do if you are map down. Anyways, they go with the first pick instead. Maybe we have some good drafts prepared. Maybe they know that Furters is likely gonna pick a map, but they want to play themselves too. And waiting now for Furters to give us the map choice. Yeah, the trainer certainly dished out a lot of damage here. But on my notes, Tehaka had some big plays. Buncher 77 here. He was always there with a follow-up drag on whoever was done, and was perfectly timed and made a lot of his kills happen. Like, of course, Reina secures the kills in the end, but the hacker, in my books, the big initiator here. And we are going Hours of Doom. Furters. Doom us all here. And they spell Doom on their opponents though. Let's see if any of the teams are making a change here. I'm actually ranks Furters have a big enough roster. Oh, they certainly have 7 people in the roster. We could see some changes here on their side. Noodle Fiasko, looking for that first map win. 6 people in their lineup, so might see some changes on their side too. Eventually. Not eventually, maybe. But overall, I have to say, like, Frank's Furters, they're looking pretty strong here. In Division D East so far, they clutched it out against their first opponent in a 2-1. And they're now looking pretty dominant on that first map against Noodle Fiasko. And I know Frank's Furters, they had been playing last season in NGS. Pretty sure about that. I think I also saw them at Heroes Launch. So they've been playing together for a little bit now. And yeah, you can see that. Noodle Fiasko, I'm not sure how recent they are as a team. The description is, we are a bunch of nut jobs and some Discord servers somewhere that decided this would be a half decent idea. Alright. Thanks for this. I have no description. The competitive level is given as low. Fire hero. Right, so I'm... Oh, okay. Now I'm sitting in an empty lobby here. Weird. At least some people should show up. Let's get them back in here. Oh. Now they're all coming. And we do see some changes here on the side of Noodle Fiasko, going with the default portrait synergy. Like it. I played with that default portrait for so long. You're trying to swap one of our players. Okay. You don't really have to tell me that, but I appreciate it. And yeah. Those of Doom is a huge macro map. I'm excited to see what 4-man they bring to this. Which team are you talking about? So we do have a planned lineup switch here on the side of Noodle Fiasko. Arena is coming in for Supreme Meep. But he said we are trying to swap one of our players, so let's see if I can succeed here. I didn't vote for you. Alright, this is taking a while. So it looks like no swap. Now somebody else is dropping. You guys are confusing. At least the portal synergy is on point right now, so take a font. I've garlic nuts now, so I'm basically turkey sandwich. Somebody else dropped out here. How did that happen? So it is actually Fractal who is gonna be switched out here. And we meet about to stay. I think I have it right now. See what the any changes on the other side? No, Frank's Furters are keeping their lineup. Alright. We have ready, so let's go. And we are in the draft of Towers of Doom. Thanks for this with the first big ban here. It is hard to do. I think on the side of Frankfurters, there's not really much they have to change in their draft. I mean, it looked pretty rock solid to me what they had in the first game. But it's more on the side of Noodle Fiasko to change things up here. Maybe get a ban of a Tehaka. I think that would be a pretty good idea. Making a lot of plays, and it will be even worse on Towers of Doom in my opinion. Maybe also, I don't know, Noodle Fiasko, I don't want to flame him, but I think the garage didn't get too much value. So maybe go for another frontline here. Maybe Diablo. I could see Diablo here. Tyrannus is the first ban on the side of Noodle Fiasko. Maybe they want to bait out the Diablo ban on the other side. Not sure if that's gonna work. Carefast again, the ban. And all these stats we're gonna see here during this draft in the bottom third of. They are from the Heroes launch last season, all games of last season Heroes launch. In the action. That was 50%, that's a round number. Lucio ban, alright, so like Noodle Fiasko, they're doing something completely different from what I have imagined they would do here. But they go with the double support ban, probably going for a little bit of choke here. On the other side we see the double mage ban. So maybe they just take the Darker? No, they go for Garrosh yet again. So they keep that Garrosh, they trust in Garrosh. And let's see if it can work out this time. I would not be surprised at all to see the Haka now on the side of Frankfurters. Rainer. Oh, fear. So no changes on the side of Frankfurters so far. And they might give up with the Haka here. Maybe we have figured out that their opponents are not really interested in that hero. But the damage line the same as before. And here comes Anna and with the Haka Steel now on the side of Noodle Fiasko. I like with the Haka Steel. A little bit risky to not first pick him in my opinion, or not ban him, but they got him. So the Haka is off the boards for the Furters. So that means they have to change a little bit in their lineup here. So we're now gonna go for a ban here. And yeah, I was just about to say probably a third major ban. Jaina would be the next one in line. And so far we haven't seen any damage on the side of Noodle Fiasko. I'm wondering if they're gonna go with the Hanzo again here. Second ban now coming out. Actually also a little bit of role change being announced on the side of Noodle Fiasko. Lord Zul this time on the solo lane. And here comes the Diablo. And Green Sheep previously playing Hanzo now on the Hacker. The role changes are happening here, and this is probably like one of the last mages which is available here for this map. Gul'dan is coming out together with Junkrat, the swapped in player here. Maybe I was wrong about the role changes because they swapped some stuff on my side. Letting pick this time on the Diablo. And Rexar is coming out. Let's talk about Rexar, people. What's going on here? I like it. Let's take a short look here into the stats of Rexar. Go. Stellar win rate. 0 ban. No, it's 43. I thought it was 63. But it's still a really good win rate here. No bans on this guy. So let's see. Let's see if Frank's Furters can do it. Pull off the Rexar here on Towers of Doom. Not really sure what's the intuition behind it, but I guess I will find out. Yeah, the Winter ALB are pretty nice. Fortunately, only available here. Fortunately, I am a mini pack, so winters are pretty long here, so there's a lot of winter ale. Need it. Alright, in the blue, it is Frank's Furters, 1 game away from winning their second series. It is Delling pick on Diablo box, playing Verena Cruncher on Rexar, Magic Master on Ophia, and Indecisive on Rhaegar again. On the other side, in the red, it is Noodle Fiasko trying to tie out the series here. It is Gen Confusion on Garrosh, Arena on Junkrat. Can Arena turn it around? Supreme Meep on Gul'dan, Green Sheep on the Haka, and Lord Zul on Anna. See what chat is celebrating the Anna pick. And there flies the bear, and the immediate counter engage on Garrosh. Knockback, and here we go. Taunted by the bear. Garrosh gets picked off here immediately in that 4v5 brawl in the mid lane. And in the last game I said, that is a pretty brave move by Garrosh to throw people in on a 4v5 scenario. And this time he did it again, and this time he paid for it. So, you know, listen to your casters, guys. Listen to your caster. Here you go. Gen Confusion is back in the game. Of course, not much lost here. First kills, like first minute kills, are basically worth nothing. Basically worth. Let's have 300 XP. What's that? Throw in on Dehaka this, on Diablo this time. I'm sorry, Dehaka is here in the top lane, battling it out with Misha. Actually eats a lot of damage. Pretty tough matchup for that Dehaka. Has to deal with a ranged. In the meantime, Reyna and Junkrat this time in the bottom lane. A little bit of a better matchup compared to last game, it seems. So far, neither team interested in doing any camps. Garrosh very much interested in throwing the off here a little bit around. Doing some rock and roll party here, but that's gonna happen. On talents, actually, I mean, we see the Echoed Corruption on Gul'dan. Unsurprisingly. Is there anything like particular to point out here? Full grenade build on Ana. Full grenade build on Junkrat. I think that team needs more grenades in total. Misha is fine as always. Let's actually look at like what's happening on that Rexar. Easy prey. More damage on minions. Rexar and Misha again. 2 maximum health. Every second Rexar remains alive. I actually like that talent. It's a little bit weird, but I like it. Oh, big damage coming out here. Dehaka comes in, but it's a little bit too late. 2 kills immediately. Garrosh and Ana fall here without frontline and heals. There's not much they can do here to delay this channel on the side of Furters. Furters pulling ahead with 4 hit points on the enemy core, which basically means nothing. But it is a good feeling here for them, for sure. The more important part is they have half a level lead over their opponents with these 2 kills. And a little bit more soak here as well. No, not more soak, I'm sorry, I take that back, it is less soak. But now they have a meaningful amount of XP from killing their opponents. Actually, this is all 5 down here. And Garrosh needs to bail. The invade in full progress. And Furters with the aggressive play. Give themselves another camp, and now with the 6 Zappers crashing into these towers here. Garrosh throws a little few of them around. But they still crash, and they take out the gate at the tower. Dehaka in the meantime, working on his own camp, but Rexar is here, but Misha is dallying behind. That bear. That bear. Aspect of the beast, level 7 talent here. Misha basics attacks lower the cooldown of Misha charge by 1 second. Don't ask me about anything about Rexar. The times I played him are quite far in the past. Oh, can Rhaegar heal himself up? Oh, the reduced healing here by Ana. Beautiful. Making sure that this kill is definitely going to happen. And as I said, full grenade build on Junkrat, on Ana. Actually, Echoed Corruption almost done. Junkrat down trouble is going in very far forward, all by his own. I don't know what that was about. He just needed to delay a little bit. But he is getting picked off here by Furters, who is securing the 5th kill in this game already. Garrosh now in trouble, drops the Indomitable. Diablo wants the kill. Can we get the kill of Misha? They do. So Misha is dead for right now. But that's a kind of poor trade on the side of Noodle Fiasko. Losing a Junkrat for a Misha kill. And now they trade out the altars. Noodle Fiasko, they get the middle one, and Frank's Furters get the bottom one. So it's still only 4 hit points on the core. Still not very meaningful, but we are getting there. We are getting there. Level 10s are now being locked in on the side of Frank's Furters. We see Hyperion again. We see Bestial Wrath. Stronger Misha, basically. Lightning Breath, Ancestral Healing, and Crushing Jaws. And this time it looks like Noodle Fiasko are setting up a little bit here, preparation for the incoming invade. But Frank's Furters is too careful to actually take that bait. Gul'dan, however, is a nice target. So Diablo moves in for that one, and here comes the Lightning Breath. Supreme Me barely surviving here with heals from Anna are there, but now Anna has dropped herself, and Raker goes in for the bite. Gul'dan is dead already. Garrosh, can he survive? Into the fray on the Junkrat, saying basically, God damn it, it's time to fall back this time. And here comes the Riptire. Relieving Frank's Furters of some of the hit points. But they do get the channel through. And 8 hit points advantage now. And Frank's Furters, they are still in full control of this game so far. I mean, they had to give up a few of the tower shots, but if you look at the map, if you look at the structure damage and on the XP, but wait a second, nice throw in here on the Rainer. Gen Confusion finds his mark this time, and there goes the Misha too. There's a little bit of bonus material here. And this is 1.5 kills, which was desperately needed on the side of Noodle Fiasko to come back into this game and get back some initiative too. We're catching up in experience, and now maybe we can make something happen. While Rainer is dead, Garrosh finds himself a nice knock-up here on the Rhaegar. That was weird, there was no throw. I mean, it looked like he was going for it, but oh, look at that. The Haka losing here in the top lane against the gang of Warfare coming in. So counter kill happened here. Just at the time where Noodle Fiasko was getting a little bit more of a game. Losing the solo laner always hurts. Let's talk about ultimates. It is Decimate again on the Garrosh. We have Riptide, we saw that already. Isolation on the Hacker. It is Banana Boost on Anna. The Ever ultimate is of course currently banned because it's bugged. So it has to be Nano Boost and Horrify on Gul'dan. So what can Gul'dan do with a Nano Boost? We will find out. Looks like at the moment both teams are happy to trade out these altars. They are both anchoring hard in these bushes. Junkrat throws out a few unmotivated grenades into the general direction of the enemies. Nothing too serious, however. So they just trade out these altars, and Frank's Furters still having the 8 hit point lead here. Gul'dan clearing out the camp in the bottom zone. There's nothing gonna happen down here. And Noodle Fiasko, they caught up in XP. They are almost completely even here. And this is Towers of Doom. Anything like above 15 hit points, you don't really have to worry about anything. Only has 15 on your core. Below that, you should start roaring a little bit. But even if you have only 1 hit point left, you can still turn this around. Nice borrow here by the Hacker, and that is a dead Misha in the top lane. In the meantime, Frank's Furters putting on the aggression in the bottom lane, find himself a tower and a 3v3 fight. Good heals here by Anna on that Garrosh. And again, it's Reina versus Garrosh, like the percentage damage will come in so 100% here. We show only counts as a quarter kill. Yeah, sure. You might be right. Probably right, because we saw 2 kills and 2 Misha kills. Maybe even 3 Misha kills. Triple altar phase right now. It looks like Frankfurters, they are going for the bottom one. And we have a pause. And pause means it happens. Pause me. I'm gonna play my favorites. I mean, that's a very bad computer. Oh, they already. Oh, I cannot play my song. Go. Okay, that was a short pause. No problem here. But I bet you are all now curious about the song. This time the grenades hit through here by the Junkrat. The delay is here. And Noodle Fiasko, they find themselves with that bear. Upping the kill count to 3, so it is a quarter kill. Reptaria is coming out, zoning out here in the bottom lane, in the mid lane. The enemy as well as Gul'dan. This is actually a good fight so far for Noodle Fiasko, splitting the enemy team. But at some point they need to secure a kill, otherwise this is gonna be all for naught. And oh, there comes the grenade and the crushing jaws and the lightning breath, and now it's suddenly Noodle Fiasko in big trouble here. Comes with fear, and Garrosh is very deep. It's actually the Haka very deep in here, and Frank's Furters, they do secure themselves 3 kills. This is gonna be another altar being channeled through, and boss on top of that too. And this puts Noodle Fiasko down to 6 tower shots. And that is significant. Gul'dan and Ana can't do much here, but try to reconvert bottom lane for themselves. I liked how Noodle Fiasko played this. Like, they went into the top lane, knowing that they cannot contest bottom anyways, trying to get the top 2, also splitting up the enemy team quite nicely with the damage and that Riptire of Gul'dan and Junkrat, but they didn't secure the kill, and then suddenly they just got outpoked by their opponents and still lost the team fight here. Level 16 available for both teams, but there's the invade. Noodle Fiasko, they do secure the camp, but they lose 2 and maybe 3. Garrosh goes down, and maybe 4 even, as Junkrat is gonna fall here too. And this tower is gonna be converted. And now Noodle Fiasko, they are in deep trouble. And this tower is not game winning yet. And I mean, Furters, if I want to play it super aggressive, I could have tried to convert mid. But it looks like they are just gonna be happy channeling this through and putting their opponent on 1 hit point. So what do you do now if you Noodle Fiasko? I mean, you have to give this one up. There's no way you're gonna get this one. I mean, you have to be happy that you're not gonna lose straight right away here. But actually, Furters, they are happy with it. They say, okay, you don't want this, then we will take another altar here, and we're gonna win the game immediately. There comes the taunt this time. Oh, I'm sorry, it was not Decimate, it was taunt, but this is gonna be converted. Here comes the channel, but Haka is there for the interrupt. It is the fight between Orphea and Haka. Haka can almost secure a kill, but the self-feeling of Orphea is there. And that means Magic Master with a game-winning play here channels, gets the kill on the Haka with a little bit of help of Rexa and Misha. And this is gonna be GG. So, thanks Furters, they take it home 2-0 against Noodle Fiasko. Noodle Fiasko still looking for their first map win here in the season. Having a rough time here, but thanks Furters, at least tonight, proving too strong for them. And let's have a short look at talents too. I will have a look if I can find some Frankfurters here. Right. So, thanks for this. Here you have it. 2-0. Okay. See who we get. Alright, we're gonna get indecisive healer from Frankfurters in for answering my question. Hello, how are you doing? I like it. Alright, so how do you feel? So you guys you went 2-1 versus Backbone, is that right? And tonight you go 2-0. So you're already sitting at 5 points. So you have a strong start into the season. What's the secret? What's going so well for you guys? Oh yeah. So I think I know you guys from last season in NGS, and I think you also played in Heroes Launch. Is that right? Yeah. So is this is the second season? Is that right, or did you even play even earlier than that together? Oh wow. So you're like super veterans. Yeah. And now it's all coming together in season 6. So, let's talk a little bit about the maps. Inferno Shrines, your map choice. And what do you think of that first map? How did it go for you? I mean, obviously you won, but like, why? Yep. Alright, let me see why we don't have you on audio. That's really weird. Because you here. Okay, I got you. Say something.
Okay.
Here we go. All right. So
Hello.
yeah. So I have this problem so often. It's so annoying. Okay. Anyways, so to reiterate, you guys are feeling great. You have been playing together since season 2 already. And this time it all fits together a little bit. And maybe say again what you just said about Infernal Shrines.
Oh, yeah. Infernal Shrines, I felt like we did really well, primarily on macro. In team fights, obviously, we did a really good job as well. But I think the big change from previous games that we had played was the macro. I feel like we did really well in that.
All right. So, what was the hacker like? One of the big factors there, or was it just like the general camp taking?
I think our timing on the camps was really good, and the Dahaka helped because global, you could be anywhere.
Yeah.
So I feel like that definitely helped, but I don't think that was the primary.
All right. So and you guys won every single objective, so that's pretty. And you got the big value. I was pretty impressed how you guys like chained up the CC with the Punisher, and especially the drags from your Dehaka player, absolutely on point there. So do you think like Rhaegar is the new cool healer here? You played him twice tonight.
In all honesty, they target banned the healers that I primarily play. So that was the main reason that I played Rhaegar. However, I have noticed Rhaegar seeing more play recently, and I think him having the self-ancestral is a big reason for that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if we see like a ton of Rhaegar throughout the season.
All right. It's kind of funny that he's getting rediscovered just for this little change. But yeah. So second map, Towers of Doom. I might say this map went even better for you than the previous one. This time against Vidahaka, and you put out some Rexar play. So what's up with that?
Rexar is something that we've had hidden for a very long time, and one of our players has constantly badgered us about wanting to play Rexar. So since the two heroes that he primarily plays were not on the table at that point, we were like, all right, yeah, let's throw out the Rexar, let's see what happens. And I think it turned out pretty well.
It turned out very well for you. I mean, he got the Haka and check and top for sure, helping out everywhere on the map. So that was pretty sweet. The Rexa and Misha worked well together. So Towers of Doom, your map choice. I mean, I'm saying this kind of every cast where what's your stance on it? Like, if you lose your first map, do you go map pick or do you go first pick?
I personally prefer map pick because I feel like the map makes a bigger difference than your first hero. That's just my personal pick.
So, but you got the map choice. You got Towers of Doom. A little bit different to Infernal Shrines actually, but was it like the macro which on your side you were guys like, okay, we need to pick another macro map here because we just outplayed them on that in that aspect?
Towers of Doom has really been one of our preferred maps, just always. It's just been one of those maps that we really liked. I do think that our macro helped play into why we won that map. Again, with the camp timings, I feel like we just did really well in the camps. So I feel like that definitely helped, but that wasn't the primary reason that we picked it. It was just one of those things where it's a map we're comfortable on, it's a map we've played for a long time, so we just went with it.
All right. So, it looked like you had your opponent's number. Are you guys doing much scouting?
We didn't do a ton of scouting. We did like a little bit before the game, but I feel like moving forward, we're trying to do more.
All right. So, last question from my side. Pineapple on pizza, delicious or war crime?
That's definitely a war crime.
What?
I feel like that there's certain plants that God put on this earth that aren't supposed to be on pizza, and that's definitely
all right. So the floor is all yours. You can have some shoutouts or say whatever. And
I'd like to shout out the members of my team: Franklin, Frank, Franco, and Frankie.
Cool.
Shout out to all you guys for being great players.
All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. So yeah, thanks for dropping by, answering a few of my stupid questions, and hopefully we'll see each other next time too.
Yeah, keep it real. See you.
See you. All right, that was indecisive from Frank's Furters, and now you know all the teammates' team names. Sorry for a little bit of inconvenience at the beginning. Should pay a little bit more attention of what I'm actually doing. But yeah, I mean this happened like only like the 10,000 times now, so maybe it was the last time. Probably not. Anyway, so I hope you guys had fun. It was a fun game to stream here. Furters versus Noodle Fiasko. Watered my mouth for sure. And yeah, until next time, see you around.